Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to focus on something that's very simple, but it's a thing that a lot of people haven't done. It's aiming your headlights on a JK Wrangler. It's incredibly easy. There's definitely no reason to pay anybody to do that. And I will tell you, for my in my own instance, we recently bought this Wrangler. There's more videos on a channel about it and a lot more coming. But it had these headlights. These are the LX Light 701, 702 is the model. I believe that you can buy those at Amazon. You can buy them at any number of sources. But when we bought it, I noticed that while the light output was decent, it didn't seem like they did as much at night as maybe they could. And after I got to looking at it a little closer, it was the aim that was the problem. And this is something incredibly easy you can do at home, particularly Jeep owners, because so many of these things, whether you lifted it or somebody else did, maybe they've been lifted, maybe they have helper springs in the front, but something has affected the altitude and attitude of the truck, and as a result of that, it affects the headlight aim. So what do we do? Really easy. I measured out from my garage 25 feet, and I made a mark on the ground, used painter's tape. That represents 25 right there. So technically the headlights are probably, I don't know, another 5 or 6 inches back from that, but I was very conservative on the measurement too. So I think we're about 25 feet out. What I did then on our Wrangler, which it's a JK Unlimited, obviously, it's a 2015, I measured from the ground to the center point of the headlight. And on this particular Jeep, which is unmodified, that measurement is 36.5 inches. So then on the garage door, you'll see I put a couple of marks right there and right there, indicating 36.5, and the tape on those, the bottom edge of the tape represents the 36.5. So your goal on these lights, so I know we're looking at this backwards, so try to follow me. So the driver's lamp, this guy, you want to have it a little lower than the passenger lamp. This one shows road signs as you're traveling, right? And it's not directly in the oncoming driver's face. This one is the one that gets you bright lighted. So if you've ever been driving at night and somebody's brighting you when you're on low beam and you're like, I wonder why they're doing that, it's probably by virtue of your headlights being aimed inaccurately. So I want to show you right here. It's super easy on these. So the adjusters, by the way, you're going to need a Torx T15. Certainly you can get these on in a tiny socket, or I just have the full set of the screwdrivers. The adjusters, one is located right here and one is down here. And primarily I found that adjusting this guy is the one that's going to do the job. And basically if you rotate it clockwise, you're tightening. That's going to pull it up and out. If you loosen it, it's going to point it down and in. So over on the other side, it's kind of a mirror image, right? You got a spot up here, and then the other one is down there. And again, basically you're using this as the adjuster. Tighten it, it pulls it up and out. Loosen it, it goes down and in. So those are our parameters. And again, we got our mark at 25 feet. And then back over here, we've marked the garage door to indicate 36.5 inches. So my goal was to have the left beam, the driver's beam, just a pinch below this, and then the right beam right up to it. So let's take a look here and I'll show you how the pattern looks. I realize it's not completely dark, but it was certainly satisfactory and it's easier to see. So let's take a look at the pattern here. So as you can see on the garage door, get up here where it's a little clearer for you, and I'll try to stay out of it. So the way I lined it out, and these lights actually have a step in the middle of the bulb. I'm not sure how they do it. Maybe other bulbs have this as well, but this beam is all the driver's side beam. This is the passenger side beam. But you can see here there's a little bit of a step. So basically the right hand part of that beam shining at the door is right about maybe an inch below the 36.5. The left hand side is down probably 2 or 3 inches. On the passenger side, I'm right up to the line, and in fact probably just slightly over it. But what I can tell you is I went to from where at night I could not see. It was very bright on the ground right in front of me, but just in regular driving, any kind of distance at all, including road signs, you just couldn't see them. After this adjustment, I've driven it extensively at night. No high beams out of any oncoming drivers, so I don't believe I'm blinding anybody, but a magnificent difference in the lighting output. And you can see this particular set of lights for the LX lights, if you want to see them in operation. It's the lower beam that's on, you know, on the low beam. It is actually the low beam, and then the high is the other one up top. So, which just kind of glows, but it'll come on full speed, full steam. So anyway, that's it. It's very, very simple. Most vehicles are going to adjust very similarly. That's either a Phillips or some sort of a Torx. Tighten, pull it up and out, loosen, in and down. If you have any questions on this, obviously, feel free to reach out. I really appreciate watching the channel. There's a lot of JK content coming, bringing in a lot more with relation to our C4 Corvette project. We also have the e-Golf, which is going to be leaving us this year, but I'm going to do a lot of videos on that. Lots of Ford Lightning content. And of course our expedition, our tried and true near 200,000 mile expedition, which has just been fantastic. So please stay tuned, lots more coming. And as always, I thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.